And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight we've got the Memphis Grizzlies playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jackson.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilja Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Jolt in at the 3 spot. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward. Steve, tonight we have a great matchup at the center spot. Talk about how that position has evolved over the last couple of years.
I think because of the rules, Kevin, there's not a lot of space when guys are posting up because of the defensive rules right now. You can sit in the post guy's lap, especially if he's dominant. So I think guys, as a post player now, saying I got to go out to the three-point line, I got to go out to the free throw line to be able to have some spacing to make shots.
Now here's Adams. Back to Paul. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. Gilja Alexander covering. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Now let's go to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Taylor Jenkins.
Well, Kevin, this team does have some powerful finishers inside, and he said that option is always going to be one for them. He said, when in doubt, I want our guys to be aggressive, get inside, and force the defense to collapse. That creates inside-out opportunities. Kevin, that's the game plan. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
Using that solid frame inside, Winslow draws the foul.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws here for the night.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Justice Winslow. 2 shots.
Relax on the first.
He misses the free throw.
A new Memphis head coach, 3 of the last 4 seasons. Changeover in the front office as well. Hopefully, they'll find some continuity moving forward.
And he's good on the second. Smitty, this Grizzlies team has always given a good effort. How tough do you think it is to see a coach let go, even when his players are responding?
You know, it's very tough because you gain trust in that coach. And often having a coaching change are more of a symptom of what's going on above them in the front office. You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Here's Dort. His last outing, he had 8 points. There's the pass to Gallinari. Back to Paul. Pocket 6. Here's Adams. It's rebounded by Memphis. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City, where they were able to handle the Thunder.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
It's not unusual these days. Teams are more than willing to go deep into that bench to find answers for certain matchups.
He kicks it to Gallinari. Pass to Dort. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Takes a 3. Here's Adams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim. And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
Shooting two.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Passes it to Winslow. Banked in off the glass.
And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Gallinari against Jackson. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Basketball.
While we have a moment here, let's see which teams have scored the most second chance points since the All-Star break. Second, the Grizzlies.
And offensive rebounding, always a point of emphasis for this group, but for whatever reason, they've had particular success since the break, really just outworking their opponents on the glass.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. And Chris Paul picks up the foul.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Jackson passes to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Swiped away. To the paint. Here's Gilja Alexander. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Brooks. Got a piece of it. Gilja Alexander with the steal. On up the court. Three-pointer. Paul can't get it to go.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
And that one's good. Morant.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by John Morant. The Thunder with another miss.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here's Brooks. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of runs themselves.
To see stats for Paul. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. 14th in assists, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And he really is the consummate playmaker. Always keeping his head on a swivel. Searching for the open man. Completely unselfish basketball player. Now here's Paul. It's good.
The concentration and the body control CP3 possesses is just astonishing.
He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Knocks it loose and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And Gilja Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 8-point game. Pass to Paul. Ring shot on the way. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one.
He has gone ice cold this quarter, obviously not helping their cause.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You see some of the craftiness of Winslow. Just knows how to generate offense.
And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
That free throw missing.
The 10th overall pick back in 2015, Justice Winslow has been fighting injuries, but he still has a chance to be very good.
No good on the second free throw. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
And there's the pass to Jackson. Morant with it. Gilja Alexander pulls it in.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Now here's Winslow, following the shot by Chris Paul. Over Paul. And that one hits back iron. Thunder trailing by 6. And here's Gallinari. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Utah.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Just 4 to shoot. Goes back up. Paul can't get that one to fall.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Morant.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Gallinari passes to Dort. Gallinari down low, guarded by Jackson. And the rejection by Valanciunas. There's Winslow. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Here's Gilja Alexander. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
I know he's young, but there's a maturity to Gilja Alexander's game. He takes what you give him.
Unloads from 13. Offensive rebound, Valanciunas, and a missed layup.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Pass to Gilja Alexander. Here's the lob to Adams, and no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Now Morant. Inside. No good from Valanciunas. Thunder trailing by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And it's Morant missing.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Gilja Alexander kicks to Gallinari. Adams against Valanciunas to the middle. Here's Gilja-Alexander.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Right block shot. A nice shot by Winslow. Winslow's got 7 points in the game.
Coming hard on the drive, Winslow daring someone to get in his way.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Really, every team has its leaders, either official or unofficial. What's expected, in your opinion, out of a team captain?
Well, I think leadership. Also have the same, voice of the coaching staff and organization, and also the voice of winning. I think if you have a leader that can do that, sometimes that leader's vocal, sometimes that leader leads by example, but you usually know who that is.
They was sleeping on that boy, let it. I make everybody fall up. Handle life all black like a Batman. Dribble too much, who is that man? Put your name and your niggas on a hashtag. This was easy, it's like shooting on a trash can. Watch, you go from money, yeah, I swear I had no contact. She with that liar, got me full of always hit the target, damn.
And the Thunder going with the whole new group out there.
And a moment now to see the stats for Anderson. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging about 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Now here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I'll tell you, Schroeder's a tough kid. You see the added strength. We'll see if he can complete the and one.
Greg last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a sixth-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
What's up?
That's good from Schroeder.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
Here's Clark. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And stolen by Noel. Here's Schroeder. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Jones. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Grizzlies lead by 7. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Ferguson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Schroeder against Jones. Now here's Schroeder. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Now here's Diallo. Tight defense on him.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
He's been up and in off the pretty assist. And now it's a 9-point Memphis lead.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
The dish to Schroeder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A Changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
And those great veterans, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Dennis Schroeder, the 17th overall pick in 2013 out of Germany. He's got a flair you don't associate with European players.
And so he hits both. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
First free throw is good. Anthony Melton. He's checked in for Valanciunas. He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 9 points. Hammers the alley-oop through.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Outside, Jones. Kicks to Anderson. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Clark. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's Ferguson. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. The rebound by Anderson. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. He kicks it to Jones. Down low. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Grizzlies shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the first one drops. And the Thunder making a switch here. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. In the corner, it's Diallo. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Here's Clark. No good on that one. And so it's Memphis with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
You hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits, what they like to do, gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
They've got Clark. Anderson is out there with Jones, and it's Melton in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now, here is Muscala. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Gallinari surveying the D, pass to Schroeder from downtown, and it's Melton with the rebound.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Here's Jones. Gallinari making his last shot. Pass to Clark. Back to Jones. He can't get that one. So the Thunder will take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
A blur in the open court. Schroeder covers ground in a hurry.
The pass to Melton. Here's Clark. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Steve, let me ask you what's better for a young player's development? Being on a worse team getting more minutes or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They've led by as much as 10. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. And he recovers it. Melton passes to Clark. Memphis moving that ball around. 4 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple. Thunder trailing by 7. Schroeder, left side. That shot off.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Here's Schroeder. The Grizzlies making the shot. Now here's Diallo. Defense is right there. Pass to Muscala. And it's Melton with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. And Jones has it in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Gallinari. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Defenses has to be careful. You know Gallinari is going to force fouls, but you have to try to prevent the N1.
And Smitty, one thing I like about Gallinari, he's doing more things on the court as he ages.
I totally agree. He used to be out there only to shoot, but that hasn't been the case for a while now. Still scores, but his rebounding has improved, and he's done a good job of driving and drawing fouls.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala.
One shot.
Gilgeous Alexander comes in for Diallo. And it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder.
Up and down career for Gallinari. A skill forward with size has struggled because of health.
Now here's Morant, defended by Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
On the wing, Jackson. Adams defending. Jackson kicks to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Anderson trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Morant's got 6.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Back to Adams. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah. Passes it to Adams. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Morant with it. He's got 8. There's Winslow. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Paul looking over the floor. Pass to Adams. Over Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one's on Morant. The Thunder have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Kevin, I haven't, but I bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
And he sinks the second. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. The pass to Morant. Over Paul. Here's Valanciunas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
When a guy as big as Valanciunas gets the ball that deep, quite often the only answer is to foul him.
And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
The 5th overall pick in the draft back in 2011, Valanciunas has added wrinkles to his game every year since.
He doesn't get the second one. Thunder trailing by 10. Here's Paul. Basket made. That's his 3rd of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
One of his signature moves right there. CP3 has perfected the art of creating off the drive.
Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. Outside for Jackson. Oh, good on the triple. Thunder have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Paul passes to Dort. Oklahoma City moving it around. Five to shoot. And the rejection by Jackson. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Chris Paul.
And really, CP3 is so good at reading the defense. If he knows he's getting the pass and they're playing off him, he'll torch you.
Now here's Morant. 8 points for him. Charity stripe shot. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Dort gets it to go. Here's Morant. And Adams sends it back. Paul outside. Pass to Gilja-Alexander. No good from 11 feet. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. To the inside. Jackson. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Paul. He's got 9. Passes to Adams. Valanciunas on the double team. 3 on 3. Here's Brooks. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. And it's a 7-point Grizzly lead. Paul left side. Shoots over Morant. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Memphis has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Count that one.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Thunder trailing by 9. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the pass to Dort. Shot clock at 5. Left side, Adams tries again. And Winslow pulls it down. Winslow's got 6 rebounds in the game. Out to the wing. And Paul over to help. Morant kicks to Brooks. Pass to Winslow. From deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Paul. Back to Gilja Alexander. Second chance shot, and the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Adams.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Gilja Alexander. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one's on Morant.
And looking at Shea's game, there's a shiftiness to it. Keeps defenders off balance.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Gilja Alexander.
And for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, his size at the point guard spot is a huge bonus for him. Allows him to switch onto most other players on defense when dealing with picks.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Paul. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And one of the reasons they targeted Gilja Alexander was because of his size.
Big guards aren't easy to find, Kevin, and they help coaches' defensive scheme. Every team looks to get a switch into a bad defensive matchup. If your PG isn't an option, the offense has to work that much harder.
Grizzlies have been shooting 50% at the line, 5 of 10. Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Diallo's checked in.
And not the same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. Like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
Now here's Noel. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Morant with the steal. Fast break Memphis. Morant with the ball. Count the basket. Morant's got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies.
Out in the open court, few defenders can match up with Morant. He's too fast and skilled.
And here's Schroeder. He's got 7. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Schroeder comes with the double team. Here's Valanciunas, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Love the flush there from Valanciunas, leaving no doubt on that play.
Schroeder passes to Gilja Alexander. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Gilja Alexander's got 8. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 32 seconds left here in the second. Lets the 3 fly. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
16 seconds left in the first half. Now Schroeder. 9 points in the game so far. 5 on the clock. Over Valanciunas. Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down to 11 on the bucket from Schroeder.
Hard enough to stay attached to Schroeder one-on-one. Coming off screens, forget about it.
And so that's the end of the first half. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 11. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start. How important was it to set the tone early?
You know, we came out with a different energy. We said it's enough to struggle from the start. You know, we got to focus and play good starts.
That is where it all starts. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They lead by 11. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there already in the stratosphere. Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Well, they just didn't produce enough offense. I don't know if it's because they were expending so much energy on the defensive end, but clearly they have to take a look at this. What plays are we calling? And how can we improve that? And they have to do it fast, because if they don't, this game is going to run away from them.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And you know, Justice Winslow has been really making things happen out there, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilja Alexander, and it's Dort in at the small forward. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Thunder ball.
And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And it's interesting looking back at past drafts. Chris Paul taking 4th overall, but will be the clear #1 in a do-over.
For Oklahoma City, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. First free throw is good. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
Gallinari outside. Adams taking his time here. The pass to Gilja Alexander. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The desire to finish. Shea has that in his DNA.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. That's good from Gilja Alexander. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Now here's Morant, defended by Paul. Brooks with no one around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Brooks has got 14 points.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. And oh, here we go. Brooks, nobody back. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here's Gilja Alexander. 11 points in the game.
You see the length of Valanciunas on display with that block. Just went up and got it.
Gallinari against Jackson. Jolt passes to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Winslow's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 13. And here's Gallinari outside. Oklahoma City the rebound. Gilja Alexander can't get it to go. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. To the paint. Teardrop shot. And Morant will lay it in. He's got 12.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Paul. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Yep, it counts.
Chris Paul has such a gentle touch on his floaters. There's no way the defense can get to that shot.
And Paul over to help. Here's Brooks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First trip to the line for him here.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Muscala, he's checked in for the Thunder. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And both free throws good for Brooks. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. 15-point game. From the baseline. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And that sends Valanciunas to the free throw line. Chris Paul picks up that one. Grizzlies have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. Some changes for Memphis. D'Anthony Melton. He's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant.
One shot.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Muscala. Paul against Jones. 6 to shoot. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the thing about Paul, despite his listed size, he's comfortable operating inside.
There's the one for Jackson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's Paul. 15 points in the game. Pass to Muscala. There's the triple. The Grizzlies pull it in. Anderson outside. Passes to Jackson. Over Paul. A second chance effort, and the layup is good. And that's 10 points for Valanciunas.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Paul. Knocked loose. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Shot clock at 5. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 17 now.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
And the Grizzlies leading by 18. Anderson outside. With some arc. Second shot opportunity. And Valanciunas puts it in. Valanciunas has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Muscala finds Schroeder. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Gallinari. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Anderson trying to free himself up. Almost, but it rolls out.
Went to the fadeaway. Didn't need to, though. Probably cost him some points.
Ferguson, and he banks in the layup. Ferguson's got his second bucket.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Pass to Melton. Now here's Valanciunas. Kicks it to Jones. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Jones against Paul. Lets a floater go. He takes it up and lays it in. Paul's got 19 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's Melton. Passes it to Valanciunas. Rebound by Muscala.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
At the line for the Thunder, Danilo Gallinari. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Clark, he's checked in for Valanciunas. And then for Oklahoma City, Noel's checked in for Muscala, and Diallo subbed in for Chris Paul. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And the Grizzlies leading by 18. Here's Melton. It's hauled in by Diallo. Diallo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ferguson kicks to Diallo. Schroeder outside. Back to Noel. Clock at 6. The drive by Schroeder. And he gets it to go. Schroeder's got 13.
He's got a nose for getting into the lane, and Schroeder showing some muscle once he got in there.
Outside, Jones. Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And there's the pass to Melton. And it's Clark in the corner. It's good from long range. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now here's Schroeder. He's tightly guarded. Buries the long-range jumper. Gallinari's got 4 points in the quarter.
When you're talking about Gallinari, he's always been a solid three-point shooter. Very consistent over the course of his career.
Here's Clark. He's got 7. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Grizzlies lead by 18.
Gorgeous reverse. Terrific body control in traffic.
Pass to Schroeder. Back to Diallo. It's good. Diallo's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Here's Clark. He's got 9. He dishes it to Jones. Back to Clark. Here's the 3. The Thunder pull it in. Gallinari's got his 4th rebound in this one. From 8, again the Thunder score.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Melton. He's guarded by Diallo. Passes it to Clark. Here's Melton. He kicks it to Jones. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pass to Clark. That shot off the mark. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Gallinari down low, working on Anderson. 1:57 left here in the third quarter. Here's Noel. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
And the Grizzlies leading by 12. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
The Thunder with some changes. Adams, he's checked in for Gallinari. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Terrence Ferguson. Now here's Jackson. Now the pass to Clark. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Here's Clark. 9 points in the game so far. Shot clock at 3. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Schroeder. Stolen away. Now here's Winslow. He's guarded by Diallo. To the middle. Here's Brooks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Dennis Schroeder. The Grizzlies have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Brooks. And both free throws good for Brooks.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Schroeder against Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. Brooks outside. Pass to Clark. Shoots over Schroeder. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And so here's Memphis, following the score by Oklahoma City. There's Winslow, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Schroeder. Got a hand on it.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
And the dunk by Winslow.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Grizzlies lead by 14. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now, trust each other, and trust the loads. It's not just one-on-one defense, it's together.
A little help from your friends. This is what Billy wants. He wants a lot of communication, wants teamwork. And guys, you were talking during that break to think his team is listening.
You know, you also have to credit the other team. I always say, you know, they get checks on the 1st and 15th also. I mean, the offensive play calling is having an effect, and let's just see how they respond.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Winslow is out there with Clark, and it's Jackson in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And slam dunk by Noel.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Clark. He's covered by Noel. Pass to Morant. From deep three-point range. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. And he finishes the break with the lay-in. Schroeder's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. He gets it in there.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Pass to Gilja-Alexander. Over Brooks. Again, the Thunder score.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Here's Morant. Good work there as it goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Adams outside. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Memphis. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Chris Paul's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Now, here's Gilja Alexander. Brooks covering.
At the line for Thunder, Shy Gilja Alexander. At the line for
That's good from Gilja Alexander. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Muscala's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Now here's Morant. He's covered closely and finished off by Morant.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant, sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
Here's Dort, covered by Winslow. Kicks it to Paul. Here's Dort. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his third assist on the night. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul.
personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, Winslow. The pass to Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. And it's Brooks in the corner. Jackson dishes to Valanciunas. And Paul over to help. Here's Morant. Tries again. And Valanciunas puts it in. Valanciunas has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Here's Adams. Valanciunas grabs the board. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. In the corner, Winslow with it. Pass to Morant. And Paul over to help. And here's Valanciunas beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 11 rebounds in the game. All up top. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Paul's got 21.
What you like about Chris tonight, he's taking on the persona of a #1 scorer.
And Paul over to help. Brooks outside. He kicks to Winslow. Another shot, and Adams sends it back. Here's Dort. And there's the feed to Adams, and the shot goes in.
Can't be that easy for him. Gotta body him up down low.
And you have other methods as well. You could deny, or you can just front the post.
Knocked away and taken away by Paul. Count it, and the foul. That one's on Morant.
They're trailing, but they are really battling, working the ball down low, getting good looks in the paint. The inside game much improved from where it was in the first half.
And the Thunder making a change here. Gallinari's checked in. The Grizzlies leading by 4. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Winslow kicks to Valanciunas. Brooks outside. Passes to Morant. And again, Memphis no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
It's deflected.
Good timing by Justice Winslow with the long arm to get a hand on that shot.
And Adams sends it back. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. Yes, that goes in.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
We've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin will see if they can make that adjustment.
Here's Paul. No good. That would have tied it.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Winslow, the pass to Jackson. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
That's where Valanciunas is a handful, inside and on the block.
Paul outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his second personal foul. Oklahoma City, Steven Adams. Taking 2 shots.
No good on that one. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
And this summer, a lot of work in the weight room for Jaren Jackson Jr. Rebounding, one of his few weaknesses last season. Adding strength, it will help.
Here's Morant. Softly drops in the floater. Now it's a 6-point Grizzly lead.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
And finished off by Morant.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
Pass to Gallinari. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Getting into the paint, drawing contact. That's a focal point for Gallinari.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And a high rate of fouls for Jaren Jackson and Smitty dating back to college.
You're right. Adding strength can also help in that area. Able to do your work early is also a key for him, and also denying deep position.
Molinari hits them both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Now here's Morant, defended by Paul. A floater, he blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim, love the hustle. And Dort gets it to go.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Now here's Morant. Gilja Alexander covering. And that one's good, Morant.
Yeah, when Morant gets it dialed up, he can be unstoppable. Just too many ways to score.
Molinari passes to Dort. The fadeaway. The Grizzlies pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Inside from 11 feet away. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Morant. And it's an 8-point Grizzly lead.
He needs to be more proactive on offense and shoot it more. He's making most of his shots, so he's got to demand the ball more.
The pass to Gilja Alexander. The shot, no good. Nice D from Brooks. Here's Winslow. Grabs the rebound again. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied.
Almost every move Valanciunas makes, there's going to be some contact. He just plays through it.
All up top. Adams trying to free himself up. And it's Morant with the rebound. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Pass to Valanciunas, to the paint. Winslow, and the layup's good off the glass. Winslow's got 20 points.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Paul, right side. Here's Dort, covered by Winslow. That one off the back iron and out.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Here's Jackson. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got 5 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 14. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter.
I'm just trying to make all my pockets obese. Done with I just want to Lucci. Show me and all of my Gucci's can eat.
We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Ja Morant.
As the ringleader of their offense, he has been on his game tonight, spreading the ball around, keeping everyone involved, making sure the offense never gets bogged down. He's just giving them just what they needed at that point guard position.
Their previous 2 games have been losses, so something had to change to get them going again. He provided that spark, giving them a huge jolt of energy. Here's Gilja Alexander, and nothing is falling for him right now. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Adams against Valanciunas. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Morant. Misses the three.
And, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Underball.
1:14 left in the fourth quarter.
Not known for his defense, but Valanciunas did a great job on that play.
And no good that time.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Memphis.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. And guys, what a nice performance it was for Ja Morant.
What stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
Ball against Brooks. Passes it to Adams. Over Valanciunas. That misses off the backboard. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on an 18-4 run right now. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of controlling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. There is a better game, there is a worse game, but, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set a screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long.